Whenever you're ready.
I'm Erin and I've been coming to Discovery for 4 years now. Is that all you want me to say?
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
And then you can just...
Say the rest?
Yeah.
So around 6 years ago, I started a project in Malawi and it grew quite rapidly. It was an amazing thing to be a part of. And yeah, I spent 6 years investing everything I had into it and growing it and making it what it was. And then I was unexpectedly removed from that project. It felt pretty unfair at the time. And it was quite painful because I had a lot of my identity attached to that project. It was who I was. And then spent about a year trying to figure out who I was without it. I didn't feel worthy of anyone's, love or support because I didn't have what I thought my value was. Asking God really hard questions. I was quite angry with God as well for quite some time, and I felt this is what He had led me to. And so I'd followed that, and then for it to end the way that it did was very confusing because, I thought, why would God lead me to such a horrible experience? I spent time investing in qualities that God valued rather than what I valued. And I really learnt to find who I was without my project. So essentially, nothing except God's approval would give me value from that point on. Fast forward a year later, I was sitting at home watching the bushfire crisis, came up with a really random idea, and in hindsight I think it was one from God because I don't think I have the capacity to think that up by myself. And I launched a campaign called Empty Esky, and since it has grown to 10 times the size of what I originally had with my first project, and that's definitely a God-given project. I guess it's taught me not to jump the gun. God can do 20 million times the amount of work that I can. So now I have this amazing organisation that I get to run. It's literally emerged out of thin air, which is incredible. This experience of running Empty Esky has really shown me that God takes you to dark places and painful places, not because He wants you to hurt, but it actually gives you the tools for something bigger and better. So for people out there who feel like they've been called by God for a particular assignment and it hasn't worked out the way they were anticipating it to, I would say God uses everything for good. Every little part He will still use even when it doesn't make sense. That was my story.